Welcome to a presentation for the WJEC Level 3 Diploma in Food Science and Nutrition. My name's Trish Richards. I'm the subject leader at Llanishen High School, and I've been delivering this course for the last 3 years. The course is broken down into 2 key parts. In year 12, you complete a certificate level course. If you choose to carry on into year 13, the successful completion will earn you a diploma in food science and nutrition. For the certificate, you need to complete one mandatory unit, and this is called Meeting the Nutritional Needs of Specific Groups. So this unit is broken down into two key assessments. The first part of the assessment, which is 50% of the certificate, is a controlled assessment task, which will include practical work. In the past, we've had different titles linking to creating dishes for someone in a spa or families with children. And these practical tasks involve you making a 3-course meal for your focus group. The meal needs to be justified, written work, there we go, to show that you understand how it suits the clients. But it's also got to be created, made, served to suit the environment that they'd be served in. So a dish for a spa, for example, would be quite schmancy. Something for a family with children might be a little more basic. The other half of the course is an hour-and-a-half long exam, and this will be done in June of year 12. It's a 90-mark written exam, which is actually broken down into 3 parts itself. So section A tends to be short answer questions. They might be linked to nutrients, it might be linked to different food groups, it could be linked to health and safety, hygiene type questions. Section B are more open-ended, and they're linked to dietary needs, often of people like celiac disease, or delving deeper into key nutrients. And then section C is what we call a case study, and you're given a named individual and a bunch of information about their lifestyle, their diet choices, their levels of activity. And from that, you assess it, and you then record your recommendations to help them improve their diet and health in the future. This is a huge chunk of the exam, and it very much mirrors what you're doing on the controlled assessment as well. Right. If you like food, this is a great course to do. If you enjoy cooking, you'll like this course. Most people learn better by doing, and so practical work and building skills underpins everything we do. If you're doing this course, expect to cook weekly generally. We got a beautiful dessert here. This was designed for the clientele at the spa. When we look at it, just by taking a gaze at it, we think, oh, that looks quite appealing. But as we work through it, we start to understand more about how it's made. So it started with a chocolate-covered balloon. The balloon was popped and removed. And then when you crashed open the chocolate shell, you found ice cream, meringue, biscuit. Now, the candidate who made this needed to understand the science behind tempering chocolate, understand that egg white will hold 6 times its volume in the air to create meringues, understand temperature control, the hygiene that goes with all of this, the place that this dish would fit into the diet of the people using the spa, and understanding the amount of fat and carbohydrate in it. So it's more than just a pretty plate, but you learn better by doing. So we've got essential key skills in cooking and in presentation, in preparation that the exam board has set for you to learn to do. And so that's why, that's part of why we cook so much, but we also cook a lot because we like it. This is a 3-course meal that again was done for a spa. The starter, we got a homemade gnocchi in a tomato sauce. We've got pan-fried cod with pui lentils and roasted veg. And we've got a trio of chocolate desserts, a dark chocolate tart with chocolate pastry, a milk chocolate and orange mousse, and a white raspberry and chocolate cheesecake. Completed 3 hours. So this very high standard meal was completed in 3 hours as part of the controlled assessment task. Now, these dishes show adaptions for people with a special dietary need. So this person was cooking for someone with celiac disease and therefore chose a vegetable risotto. It's got a lovely Parmesan tuile on it, and they made a raspberry tart that has an oat pastry base and is served with a coulis. So again, these dishes have been chosen because they, one, show off the skills, and two, they are suited to the clientele. If you choose to carry on into year 13, you've got to do 2 further units. Okay, so the first one is called Ensuring Food is Safe to Eat. This is a mandatory unit. It's half the grade. And this is a very much linked around food hygiene and safety. You write a report that's linked to a scenario that comes from the exam board. They send us the task in May. They give us a lot of information. Last year, it was linked to a bunch of people getting food poisoning after going out for a big sit-down meal. And so you analyze the dishes and you put in your report where you'd put in the control measures and so on, so that if people ate this dish or you cook these dishes, the people wouldn't get ill eating it. The second area is all about experimenting. So this is all about experimenting with one product. In the past, we've done pastry, we've done enriched dough bread buns, and we've done ice cream. And here you make one product over and over, changing around the ingredients, changing around the cooking methods, and you're, again, writing a report on your findings. So this was all linked to pastry, and through working with different recipes, different quantities of fat, different bits of flour, different types of flour, different cooking methods, it was all experimented with to come up with the perfect quiche. No soggy bottoms here. Okay, similarly, this was all enriched bread dough. So this is a little more complicated than your basic yeast and flour mixture. It tends to have butter in it and perhaps egg yolk and sugar, which makes it harder to rise. And so the main recipe was manipulated in many ways. Different trials were made, the amount of time things were risen, how long things were baked, different flavors, and so on, were put together to come up with results. And your results get portrayed as graphs and they need to be analyzed thoroughly. So again, it's writing up an experiment. And then we've got some beautiful bread buns. This last one was all linked to ice cream. And so again, it was trying to find an ice cream recipe that was quite crystal free. A lot of sensory analysis was done, much to the delight of pupils here in school. There was a lot of blind tasting went on. And this is all really important ways to gather data and to use to write up the report. So this was a great project with the ice cream. The course here is a great progression if you've studied things like science. Obviously, everybody would have studied science, or if you've done BTech sport, BTech health and social care, and alongside GCSE and food and nutrition. But you don't have to have done GCSE food and nutrition. If you enjoy cooking, and you enjoy science and you enjoy experimenting, this is still a great course for you. We've had some very successful students who didn't do it at GCSE. Past pupils have gone on to study things as diverse as medicine, midwifery, nursery nursing, nutritionist, sports science, and food technology. And in fact, we've got one pupil right now, a past pupil at Cardiff Met, doing the excellent food technology course there. They've got beautiful facilities, and it's right here on our doorstep. So if you're interested, you want to find out more, please come and see me or email me. You can get a hold of me here, and we can either chat at a social distance, or we can set up a team meeting, or I can email you more information. Thanks for your interest.